Well, I've had this particular thing for a month probably, and always thought about doing a sort of a review or just to inform people these things are available. This is made by Midland. It's one of the emergency radios, one of the things that, the female put out their emergency supply checklist. And one of the things is this type of a radio. Well, it works fine for radio. I've been using it for that, and it also has a flashlight in it. But I'll try to go through features. It's got the extendable antenna, and
for dollars.
AM
Organizations are raising awareness.
Would look at all of those formations.
FM, and
that
fairly
is
good
something
sound,
that,
really.
On
And
30 to 35.
weather channels.
The extended weather.
King, the manager
so
of pharmacy practice.
It's good in that way, and it's got a digital clock readout. The thing, it's kind of like setting your VCR to set it, but once you do it a couple times, you get it figured out. And what impressed me with this unit, and the reason I was interested in it, not only is it the radio function deal, it does have a flashlight and a strobe. One of the things I don't like about that kind of setup, they got it all run off one switch. So if you go to the flashlight, you're using that, then if you need to shut it off, you actually have to go through the bright and through the strobe to get back to nothing. And that same switch functions to turn on, this is an ultrasonic dog whistle. And you got to push it and hold it, and then the dog starts flashing, which means that the dog whistle is on, but of course you can't hear it because it's ultrasonic. And, in theory there are, some of the search dogs are trained for that, to pick that up. But who knows? To me, that's something I have doubts about. But, the whole rig, it's like a $60 unit. But what I liked about it, it's got a built-in battery, and it's got a solar charging panel on top, though you have to be realistic about these, and these are only going to maintain a battery. If you set this in direct sunlight, it isn't like it's going to do a lot of charging, but it does have the crank on it, and there's a red light that comes on right there when you're cranking it to show that you're actually charging. So it's useful in that way. But, as I like that it's redundant. There's many different ways of getting power in and out of this thing. This is the big built-in battery, and it also uses 6 regular AA's. You can go one way or the other. And underneath this little panel is a switch to go back and forth from the pen lights to the built-in battery. And also it's got a USB in, a micro USB in, and a USB out. So where it works really good, oh yeah, and there's a headphone jack there too. And what I have to use it for at the moment, you can charge it on the USB, with a regular phone charger, the micro USB. And when it's charged, you can then connect to the USB out, which gives you a micro USB that works, and the cable comes with the rig, to charge a phone. And like I say, I'm using that now. It happened to come in handy because what happened is my yesterday I use tremendous amounts of data on my phone. I'm talking over 100 gigabytes a month, easily over 100. I haven't been under 100 for a long time because I download all my videos through the phone. Well, yesterday I had the phone plugged in, and I came in the house and I could smell, something hot electrical. Well, I don't have a lot of electrical going on. I run my charger, runs off a car battery, which I charge up occasionally, and that charges my phone. So it's a regular car phone adapter. Well, I've had nothing but endless trouble with them, and this one finally died again. I could smell that electrical smell when I finally tracked it down. Well, that was the deal. So then I have no way to charge. Well, that isn't true because I had this rig, so I dug this rig out of mothballs. Though, like I say, I've been using it for radio and stuff, and it does work very well. But, like I say, this is a $60 unit. They make a smaller version with less battery power. That, if I remember right, is like a $40 unit. It's a good, substantial unit. I have nothing bad to say about it, except, like I say, I don't care for that cycling, that switch all the time. To me, that's an annoyance. And I would have liked to seen on the light deal, the light is very directional. It only goes the one way. Well, one of the functions I would like to see more was a light that diffused more so that you could light up an area with it. Say if you were trapped in a basement of a caved-in house with a bunch of kids, well, okay, it'd be nice to have a light that wasn't just directional, that would light up. Well, wait a second. Now we got the dog here. See if he reacts to the dog whistle. No. Oh yeah, okay. He was cocking his head, turning his head, looking like he knew something was going on. So evidently he can hear in the ultrasonic range. But in theory, some dogs are trained for that. So I guess that's all. But like I say, it's handy to have redundant systems so that you can go on the built-in battery or the pen lights or the solar panel, like I say, really is only going to maintain the thing. Or you can use the crank. So you've got options there. And it can be charged off of any phone charger. So the thing has uses. I actually was a little impressed with it. And it's a pretty substantially built unit. I've dropped it several times and nothing's broken yet. But, so now, when I go to put a video out, well, probably this video, I can crank my videos out. I can actually sit there and crank this thing and wind up my phone, put out a video. But not bad. And made by Midland, and, Midland, has a reputation of making radios for a long time. And they got a whole bunch of directions for it, and they make a bunch of different models. But this seems like a pretty reasonable one. For tornadoes, floods, thunderstorms, fires, and earthquakes. Okay. I don't have much of any of that going on. But the ability to charge, I think that because it'll charge phones and tablets. So it's got potential. And like I say, not a bad little radio. I've been using it for a radio for a while now, for this last month. Not that I listen to radio a lot, but when I do, my other radio finally fell apart. A little transistor one fell off the shelf and she smashed in more pieces than I'm going to try to put back together. And I saw this, so I thought, this thing came from, well, they're all over. If you search for them, I was looking for a model ER310, evidently is a model number. But this came from Northern Tool. And like I said, it's $60, but Northern Tool always has their little discount cards that come out. You know, you don't really ever have to buy anything for full price at Northern Tool, because I get them in the mail all the time that, you know, you buy $100, you get $20 off, that kind of deal. So you can get a bit of a cut rate on that. But not a bad thing to have for a backup. Just mainly, I like the idea it's got all them power options. You know, because otherwise, like I say, I'd be kind of stuck until I get my charger situation remedied. This way I can charge it off of that.